do it for him.
kind of blew
Right,
it
right. Okay. Thank you so much
out
for the
of
heads up,
what
Judge.
it
Appreciate
really
that.
needed to be,
What sort of
considering
weapon license?
that we were all joking around.
Just a
It
general
was
weapon
like
license, so
he
you
could
could
joke around, but as
conceal.
soon as we joked around,
Okay, so
it
I have
became
a
not
question
okay.
for you. Is that
Okay.
obviously general
Yeah,
weapon
no,
license
I
is
get
general
what you're
weapon.
saying.
Is it concealed a
Awesome.
secondary
Yeah,
license,
thanks
or
for
is that
the
No,
general?
info.
so here in Los
I'm just trying to
Santos,
get all sides
it
of it,
really
you know?
needs to be changed.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't have
pretty
the
sure
powers, if you
that
know what I mean, to
Miss
change that
Quinn
in the
has body
database. So
cam.
weapon license will typically just mean it's the
Not sure
same
if she
thing. It's a
was
concealed permit versus
running it at the time
it's
or
just
not.
written in there as weapon
Sure, yeah.
license.
I was actually
Yeah, because I
on
had
my
an
way down to
issue
PD
earlier with a
to
gentleman
speak
that was
with
saying
the
concealed
chief
carry
about the
permit
incident to
is
see
like,
what he
well,
knew.
He's
technically
actually
you'd
right
have to
behind
have
you.
a secondary
Oh,
license
fantastic.
for concealed carry.
Apparently you all came to me.
Yeah. So Los Santos here in
Yeah.
California, there is no.
When voting's talking to them, I'll have them come over.
Let's see. There
Okay,
is
yeah,
no
thank you.
open carry law in the state of California.
Sir, are you the chief?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with Radicom's. Yeah. How again?
Oh, no worries. If you have somewhere to be, I can meet you down at the station.
Nah, it's alright. I've got 2 other officers responding to officer requiring backup, so we're all Gucci.
Oh, okay. I was needing to inquire about an incident that happened at the auto repair shop involving Mr. Dean Guy.
Was that earlier today, by any chance?
I believe so. Something about a dog and being put in handcuffs. Some of the details are a little fuzzy, but I was wondering if there's any body cam footage of the incident.
If I'm not entirely sure the officer in question who cuffed individual was on scene, but I arrived to de-escalate as much as I could.
Sure. Do you happen to have body cam of the portion of the incident you were involved in?
I should do. I will have to double check when I fly out, but I'm pretty sure I am rolling body cam.
Sure, no worries. Yeah, if you just wouldn't mind sending that over to me. My Discordia is
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, you should be.
Can I ask what the individual in question is sort of claiming? Just person to person, off duty, off record.
Sure. Yeah. He's claiming some harassment. Just overall, this isn't the only incident that I'm researching. I also need to get with another one of your officers, Mr. Justin Case, about another incident that happened with this individual.
Yeah, Temple, he's currently involved in a pursuit. Obviously, this is all off record. Obviously, I attended the auto repair shop. I walked in to just find out what was going on. Obviously, he was cuffed. I told the officer to uncuff him, because obviously the reasons behind cuffing him were, between me and you, not legislatively correct.
Sure.
Me and him had a chat. I was trying to be calm and correct and placid, and then he sort of escalated it because he just didn't really. I guess, honestly, person to person, he was pissed off. I get that. But yeah, if I have any body cam, I will clip that up and Discordia message you.
Sure, yeah, that works perfect. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I at this time, we're not pursuing it. I'm just trying to fact gather, I gotta see from all sides,
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Is that I'd rather not escalate this. Is that what happened was just, for lack of better language, a shitstorm. There was a misunderstanding. I dealt with the officer in question, tried to defuse it, and obviously he was pissed off and not himself, so I let it slide.
Sure. Okay, yeah. If you could just send that over to me, I'll take a look at it, and I'll be in touch, I'm sure.
Yeah, no worries. If it slides in memory, feel free to Discord or DM me, and I'll clip up and ping over.
Okay, and then if I'm not able to catch Mr. Case before I take a flight, would you mind asking him if he's got any body cam of a particular incident?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you have Twitter, feel free to Twitter message him, tag him in it. At the moment, I know he's involved in the chase that's ongoing, and other officers have just fled here to go and assist. Just feel free to message him on Twitter, and I'm sure he can assist.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
No worries. Have a safe evening.
Well, you sent me a message.
Yeah. So you lost your job?
Got fired. Well, they put me on leave of absence today
Did they say why?
because he said the story he got wasn't the story I gave him. I said, okay, that's cool. You do what you gotta do. I got a case on it. So I just got out and left.
So what's the story that he was given?
I don't know.
Well, because I have body cam footage of the incident.
Okay.
I'd be interested in speaking with your boss. Would you mind reaching out to him and seeing if he would speak
He don't know.
with me?
I called him earlier trying to tell him that there was a cop on the side of the road because he was trying to do some trucking. He just ignored my phone call, so he probably won't answer me. He don't like me for some reason. I think it's because he just don't like me.
Okay, who's your boss? Are you able to give
His
me his
name was
number?
Jay. Jay. I'm not right now. I can't give you his number. His number's on my phone. I'm on the phone talking to you.
When you get off
Where
the
you at?
phone, when you get off the phone, I'm at PD. I need to have a conversation with an officer. When you get off the phone with me, just text me the phone number, would you, please?
Okay, I can meet you at PD 1-2.
All right. If you're not busy doing anything else, that's fine. I'll be a couple minutes though.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Alright. Oh. Sorry about that, officer.
That's all right. How you doing?
Oh, it's been busy.
Yeah, I bet.
I see you got a pretty little dog there.
Yeah, I got a little puppy in training.
It's a very, very good doggo there.
We'll go with that. Very hard-headed.
Okay. So I wanted to talk to you about an incident that happened with Mr. Dean Guy. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Up in Paleto Bay, I guess there was some discussion of jaywalking, and an incident where he was walking across the street and might have almost gotten stricken.
Well, about that, I was up there because we were getting a lot of reports of car robberies, like people trying to steal cars, and how we do it. There's trying to think of the word, a statute that states that we are able to ignore laws if we're doing our duty, which I was doing my duty. If I have my lights and sirens on, they're gonna hear me coming. So yeah, I was going a little fast trying to get to the spot so they didn't hear me coming. And I see this guy just running across the street right in the middle, like kind of like right here, just running across. And that right there is jaywalking. So
Okay.
I didn't give him a citation or nothing. So, I let him go. But it's just the fact that he was jaywalking across there while I was trying to fulfill my lawful duties, getting somebody who's trying to steal cars.
Sure. No, I hear what you're saying. Would you happen to have any body cam footage of that incident or dash cam?
Every time I try to have any, it just it's really jumpy, so I'm not able to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just looking at my notes real quick. Okay. Yeah. No, that's all I need from you at this time. I appreciate you speaking with me and taking the time.
No problem.
All right. You have a nice day, Officer Case.
All right, you too. All right, doggy.
Yeah. He asked me if I was okay. He said I was trying to get, jaywalking, and then he started asking me if I was okay, and he was the one that was swerving over the road and speeding with no lights or nothing on. I asked him if he was okay. I mean, I was scared for my life at that point. Who? 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 No, she laughed a little bit. Oh. Yeah, we all was joking. I didn't think she got offended, but if I offended Cherry in any way, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend Cherry. Like I said, me and Cherry go way back. Well, if it wasn't due to the fact that I got this my trucking license and stuff like that, because I do have documentation to be a truck driver, and if it wasn't for that to hold me over, I think I'd go broke.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Dawson. I'm an attorney in the city.
Okay.
I was just reaching out about an incident. Are you coworkers with a Dean Guy?
Yes, he's put on hold right now for working.
Right, that's what I've heard. I got your number from him, so sorry to call you out of the blue.
It's fine.
You're not in trouble or anything. I just wanted to kind of get your statement on what happened.
Okay. I mean, it was like we all understand that we all have First Amendment and everything. I can speak like that, but he should have kept it to himself about him saying something about her dog.
Okay.
So,
And then I was wondering what are you able to disclose? Are you being paid for your work at McKinley's or auto
um,
repairs?
not yet because we are like slow, like we're just starting off slowly. So we're
Okay.
just like we're starting to get there. But like it hasn't really been that busy to be doing that yet.
Okay. No, I was just curious.
Yep.
So you're not there's no pay arrangement at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Okay. Uh, that's all. I appreciate you taking my call, and giving me your input on the matter. And I'll take note of it.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Guy.
Yep, this is he.
Hi, this is Liz Dawson calling to just check in on you.
Okay.
I was just wondering how you're doing. I know you're out of work.
Well, right now I'm doing pretty good. I'm just looking around the humane lab trying to see if there's any work over here with with all the monkeys and stuff. But it looks like they ain't got no monkeys around, so I'm just doing nothing, I guess. I guess
Okay.
I am the monkey. Joke's on me, right?
Huh. Have you looked into getting other employment, or are you still planning to
I talked
return?
to Cherry. I talked to Cherry. Cherry said they wasn't hiring.
Oh.
He said they were hiring, but I don't think I would have been a good fit. So I believe.
Are you planning to go back to auto repair if your boss allows it?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't see in the future.
Sure. I haven't been able to get a hold of him just
I,
yet, but
I talk. What?
about how many hours per day would you say you were working on
Oh
average?
my! I was working. Well, I wasn't working really. There. I was. Well, so what it is? We need those supplies. So I go and get all the supplies and bring it back to the shop. And that was a lot of supplies. So I could think that was the work I did. Oh, about good 8 hours a day.
Okay.
Typical work schedule, 8 hours a day.
Okay.
Miss while you're waiting. But I was also thinking, since they're gonna be booty hoes like that, I might as well want to open my own business and take them all out of business, because their overhead cost is out the yin yang.
Sure. So about 8 hours a day, and then were there any discussions about what your pay rate would be once you were fully in the
Well,
system?
they said, what was you thinking? And I told them whatever you think. I didn't know, and I wish I told them, what I would think, but I didn't think about losing my job.
Sure. Nobody does really though.
Went to work, got some weak supplies, and just took them back. I've repaired a couple cars here and there, but I wasn't planning on losing my job.
Right.
So quiet about it, and quiet almost burned the place down. I tell him, no, don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I told him, I said, I'm gonna let the warrior lady do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it either. But
Oh no,
Um,
not burn the building down, you silly goose. Take care of the problem.
oh,
Jesus.
yes.
Jesus. You a bad lady. Won't burn the building down?
No,
Wow.
no, I'm not gonna
Wow.
burn the building down.
Oh, you're not gonna burn it down? Okay,
No.
that's right. Wink, wink. That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh. All right. So about 8 hours a day. All right. I'll do some estimations just in case I can't get in touch with
Okay.
with
You
your
think you think we
boss.
might get 50 grand out of that?
Um, I'd have to ask for
Oh,
special circumstances on that. If we
okay.
went that high, but let me do some
Whatever you
calculations.
think, cause you're the warrior lady. You know best, not me. I don't want to do your job.
And
You know
then
more than I know in your apartment.
yeah, and then I was wondering just how you're doing, mentally wise. Sometimes when people lose their job, they're a little bit distraught, depressed.
Well, I am a little bit depressed. I don't have a job right now. I'm on minimum. I only get $15 from the government. That's kind of depressing. I can't even buy a burger right now. I'm hungry a little bit.
I mean, if you're having any of those feelings, I definitely recommend getting documented visits down at Pillbox regarding that.
I gotta go talk to Jerry and tell her I'm depressed. Okay, I'll go to Jerry and
I,
tell her I'm depressed.
I'm just advising that if you feel like you are struggling with your emotions regarding this case and regarding losing your job, you should reach out to them. And
What I need to talk to Way, since Way is not the person involved. Cherry is involved in it also.
it would be best to speak to a third party. Yes, somebody, a different worker at Pillbox. Yeah.
A different worker at Pillbox. Okay, I gotta find Way. Okay, looking for Way. Okay.
All right. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, we'll do Miss Wall Way. We'll do.
Mic on.
Hello, this is Liz.
Hi, Liz. This is Ray down at Pillbox. I have a Mr. Dean here, and he said he needed I guess a psych eval.
Uh, well, I told him that if he just recently lost his job, and I told him that if he was feeling down or that he couldn't handle those emotions, that he should probably go talk to somebody about it. Um, so I'm assuming that's what he means.
Okay. Is there some kind? He said something about a write up that needs to go to you.
I mean, I can have the court subpoena for it. I mean, or ask for it like officially. If you guys do check him out.
Okay. Just I wasn't sure what it was for. Some kind of trouble that his lawyer would need a copy of his mental records.
Yeah, if it becomes relevant, I may ask for them. Pertaining to his mental health at this time.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Okie dokie.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Bye.
Good day.
Hi there. You must
I'm
be.
Jay McKinley.
Okay. Excellent. If you just want to come back to my office real quick, we can chat there.
No worries.
So I just no trouble. And I would honestly have preferred to have this meeting here than at your place of business. I don't want to bring any negative stuff to your business.
I get that.
So I was just wondering. So I understand that you put Mr. Guy on a leave of absence. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you just help walk me through and explain kind of what led up to you making that decision?
He was being disrespectful towards clientele. I had a report come in that he was being disrespectful to EMS and PD in shop whilst being clocked in.
Okay, understood. Would you mind disclosing who the report came from?
I believe it was Chief of PD.
Okay. Did did the EMS person involved, did they reach out at all?
I reached out to them. I like to know what's goes on in my place of business. I was currently, absent. I was out of town at the time, and I thought, I'd investigate into it myself as well.
Sure, sure. And I'm just kind of curious from their perspective what happened.
Well, all things considered, he was being disrespectful towards like EMS's dog and just being just disrespectful in general. Uh, the leave of absence thing was only really going to be temporary while I investigated into it.
Sure. Yeah, he just I got a phone call from Mr. Guy about it, and he seemed to think that whatever you were told was kind of different than what had happened, and I actually have body cam footage of what happened, and so I was just curious where the discrepancies were, you know.
I'm just trying to follow up on what I've been given, to be honest. And I was told by Mr. Dean himself just before I put him on leave of absence that he was in proceedings of a case with PD or something.
That's correct, yes. Some harassment.
Yeah.
He was cuffed with no reason given. Um, there's quite a few charges we're bringing against PD. Yes.
So that was probably one of the another reasons I put him on leave because I get PD in my shop quite often because I'm currently in talks of setting up a contract with them regarding like mechanics.
Oh sure, yeah.
And I didn't want to have like an awkward scenario. I just, as a business owner, I have to look at the bigger picture, and I didn't want like an incident happening like this again.
Understood. Yeah, no, absolutely. And we're gonna try to get this resolved in the next week or two, depending on, how PD wants to move forward with it once the filing is complete,
Yeah.
and how we want to move forward with it, depending on their response. So, okay. Excellent. Well, so it's a temporary leave of absence, and it was just really until this is cleared up.
It was just temporary. Did he say if he thought it was going to be permanent or?
I mean, the way he worded it to begin with was he lost his job, but he did circle back and say it was a leave of absence. But I mean, obviously he's got to find another way to make money, so he's kind of struggling a little bit without that income.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, I know that there's been a lot of banking difficulties in the city, but what was the rate for his position?
He was a recruit. He'd literally just started, so he's still technically in training.
Okay, so was he on the payroll at all, or what would his payroll have been had the banking been working?
We don't have a ongoing like wage like that. But I was going to, because I'm still in drafting up the business back again myself. So, but I have got a idea on how much he'll be paid. So.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious what he was going to be paid for the work he had been doing.
Yeah. So he'd only really been working for 2 days at the time, so probably looking around 3 or 4 grand for about 2 days.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I got into the wrong business, I think. City doesn't pay that much these days.
But yeah, I thought it best, for Mr. Dean's, own well-being as well, but he takes a leave of absence, and just I have to find out as a business owner about these things myself. What happened?
Right, absolutely. All right, well, I'll be sure to give you an update as to how the case proceeds if you want. But I think that's all I need from you at this time.
No worries. If you need anything else, let me know.
Excellent. I'll walk you out here.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks so much for coming down, and stay safe out there.
You too.
Okay. So, is it, did you speak with Mr. Dean guy? I think we talked a little bit the other day.
Yeah, so I did. He did come in, and I took him back and talked to him for a little while, and just to see what was going on with him.
Okay. And, I mean, in your professional opinion, what was your kind of assessment of him?
He's definitely he definitely has like a mild depression. Not suicidal or anything like that, but definitely a mild depression, and it just stems from it seemed like not being around his friends that much, and he had just lost his job at the mechanic shop and stuff like that. So
Sure. Okay. And then, if you wouldn't mind, what were your recommendations for him? Did you give him any recommendations for that?
well, I did. I asked him what he enjoyed doing. He said that he wanted to try to get a pilot's license and stuff, and I said, well, I know some of the jobs around here you may not want for the time being, but why don't you try saving up some money and getting your pilot's license so that you can do what you want? And he had mentioned something about taking the money he had invested in his trucking business and instead went and got a pilot's license because he'd rather do that. And I suggested that he did do that if that's what made him happy and would lighten the mood for him.
Okay. All right. Was he charged anything for the services you provided, or?
Hello.
Negative. I did not charge him because I am not a licensed therapist or anything.
Gotcha.
Um,
Well, hello.
I just didn't want him to hurt himself or anyone else, so I just provided that, free of charge.
Right. Okay. All right. So
gotcha.
mild depression, in your opinion?
In
In my
clinical.
opinion, yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I need from you at this time. I really appreciate you coming down here and talking to me.
Is that your
No
phone?
problem. One more thing, he did mention that he had
But
recently been what is it?
I think she's
Wrongfully imprisoned or detained or something, and not told why. And that's definitely one of the
good. That's good to hear.
outlying problems, is that it seems like he's had it rough the past few days, and he's kind of down in the dumps about that.
Sure. Yeah. And that's kind of what this conversation's about. That's kind of the case I'm dealing with at the moment. So I really appreciate all the info you've given me, and I appreciate you helping out my client.